Welcome to Ancient Astronauts. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata, there's a curious mention of a celestial chariot that travels to the moon. These texts, written over 2 millennia ago, describe this chariot as an enormous craft that shone like the sun and could travel the heavens at great speed. Could this be an ancient astronaut's vessel? A craft capable of interstellar travel, predating our modern understanding of space exploration by centuries? The idea is not as far-fetched as it may initially seem. There are several ancient accounts across different cultures that describe similar experiences or sightings. The common thread tying these stories together is the depiction of celestial beings or gods who descended from the sky. Are these mere myths, or accounts of early extraterrestrial contact? If we consider the moon as an artificial satellite, the implications are enormous. It would suggest that there exists, or once existed, a civilization with technology far surpassing our own. A civilization capable of constructing an object the size of the moon and placing it into orbit around our planet. Astonishingly, there is some scientific evidence that supports the hypothesis of the moon being hollow, which could potentially hint at its artificial construction. Seismic data obtained from the Apollo missions revealed that the moon resonates like a bell when struck, a characteristic of hollow objects. Further, its density is significantly lower than Earth's, raising questions about its composition and internal structure. But who could have constructed such an immense object? And for what purpose? These remain unanswered questions. However, some researchers propose that the answer may lie in the ancient Sumerian texts. They speak of a group of deities, the Anunnaki, who purportedly visited Earth from a distant planet. These texts describe the Anunnaki as a technologically advanced civilization, possibly capable of such a colossal feat. The moon has fascinated humanity since the dawn of time. It has been a source of wonder, a subject of scientific study, and a symbol of the unknown. If the moon is indeed an artificial construction, it would not only reshape our understanding of our closest celestial neighbor, but also compel us to question our solitary place in the universe. The moon as an artificial satellite is a concept fraught with implications that challenge our basic understanding of the universe and our place within it. As we delve deeper into this intriguing hypothesis, we will explore the tantalizing hints scattered throughout ancient texts, the anomalous seismic data from the moon, and the potential connection to the Anunnaki. The truth may be out there, waiting to be discovered. In the cradle of civilization, nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, a society emerged 5 millennia ago. The Sumerians, as they are now known, were the first to establish urban centers, create a system of writing, and devise complex religious and social systems. Their society was a blend of remarkable technological innovation and profound spiritual belief, all underpinned by an intricate mythology that continues to fascinate scholars today. Central to Sumerian mythology were the Anunnaki, a pantheon of deities said to have descended from heaven to earth. The term Anunnaki, translated as those of royal blood or princely offspring, hints at their perceived superiority and divine lineage. Intriguingly, there are references within the ancient texts that suggest these deities were not merely spiritual entities, but beings of flesh and blood who walked among the Sumerians. These deities, according to the Sumerian texts, hailed from a distant planet named Nibiru. The texts detail the Anunnaki's advanced technological capabilities, which purportedly included space travel and the ability to manipulate the natural world in ways that would be considered miraculous or even impossible by human standards. The Sumerians described these godlike beings as teachers, sharing wisdom and technology with their human subjects. They ascribed to them the foundations of civilization, the knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, agriculture, law, and architecture. Such advancements suggest a civilization with capabilities far beyond those of the Sumerians. The Sumerian texts describe the moon in terms that seem scientific rather than mystical. The moon was seen as a celestial body that followed a predictable path, and its phases were meticulously documented. This suggests a level of astronomical understanding that was sophisticated for its time, potentially influenced by the Anunnaki. If we entertain the hypothesis that the Moon is an artificial satellite, we are compelled to consider an unsettling proposition. Could the Anunnaki, with their advanced technology and knowledge of the cosmos, have constructed the Moon? Could these ancient deities be the architects of our nearest celestial neighbor? This theory, while controversial, would explain various anomalies associated with the Moon. The notion of an artificial moon also aligns with certain aspects of Sumerian mythology. The Anunnaki, with their advanced technology and knowledge, would have been capable of such a monumental task. Should we accept this as a possibility, it forces us to question our understanding of our own history and the nature of our existence. Are we alone, or is there evidence etched into our past of extraterrestrial contact? Could the Moon, a familiar fixture in our night sky, be a relic of an ancient, advanced civilization? There is much to ponder as we delve deeper into the mystery. The Sumerians left us a rich tapestry of myths and legends. But perhaps, hidden within these ancient narratives, are truths waiting to be unearthed. Beyond the Sumerians, other ancient civilizations offer tantalizing hints that support the idea of an artificial moon. These tales, carved into stone or woven into the very fabric of cultural heritage, span the globe, from India to South America. Let's begin with the Hindu scriptures known as the Puranas. These ancient texts, dating back to 500 BCE or earlier, contain a wealth of stories about gods, creation, and the cosmos. They speak of vimanas, celestial chariots capable of traversing great distances, even between planets. Beyond mere mythology, the precise descriptions of these vimanas' construction and operation suggest a technical understanding that transcends their historical context. Could this knowledge be remnants of an advanced civilization's technology, perhaps the same that engineered the Moon? Across the globe from India, in the ancient Mayan civilization, we find another piece of this cosmic puzzle. The Mayans, renowned for their astronomical proficiency, possessed an intricate understanding of lunar cycles. Their sacred book, the Popol Vuh, speaks of twin heroes who ascend to the heavens and become the sun and the moon. The accuracy of the Mayan lunar calendar surpasses even that of the Gregorian calendar we use today. How did a civilization from over 1,000 years ago achieve such precision? Could it be the echo of an advanced lunar knowledge, possibly handed down from a technologically superior race? Travel to the vast continent of Africa, and we encounter the Dogon tribe of Mali. Their mythology speaks of the Nommo, amphibious beings from the star system Sirius, who visited Earth thousands of years ago. The Dogon knew of the existence of Sirius B, a white dwarf star invisible to the naked eye, centuries before modern astronomers discovered it. Their detailed knowledge of distant celestial bodies, they claim, was imparted by these extraterrestrial visitors. Is it possible that these visitors were involved in the creation of our moon? In all these narratives, we find common threads: advanced astronomical knowledge, tales of celestial beings or gods, and hints at a technological prowess far beyond what was possible at the time. These ancient texts and oral legends do not provide definitive proof, but they do stoke the flames of speculation. Could these stories be the legacy of an advanced civilization that once visited Earth and perhaps constructed the Moon as we know it? As we delve deeper into this enigma, we must remain open to the possibilities hidden in our ancient past. At the heart of this enigma lies the ancient astronaut theory, which suggests that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth thousands of years ago, impacting the development of human civilizations and possibly even engineering astronomical bodies like the Moon. This theory, while controversial, provides an alternative lens through which we can explore the unexplained anomalies of our past. The Moon itself is a profound mystery. For one, its size is disproportionate to Earth compared to other planetary satellites in our solar system. Furthermore, the Moon's density is significantly lower than Earth's, suggesting it contains less iron and has a different composition. This stark difference raises questions about the Moon's formation and its relationship to our planet. The Moon's orbit also defies conventional understanding. It follows a near-perfect circular orbit, an unusual phenomenon given the elliptical orbits of most celestial bodies. This strange regularity suggests a precision that seems almost artificial in its exactness. Then there's the Moon's age. According to radiometric dating of lunar rocks, the Moon appears to be older than the Earth by almost 1 billion years. This baffling inconsistency contradicts the widely accepted giant impact hypothesis, which postulates that the Moon formed from the debris left over after a massive collision with Earth. The Moon's numerous mascons, or mass concentrations, areas with significantly more mass which create gravitational anomalies, are yet another enigma. These mascons, discovered by NASA during the Apollo missions, shouldn't exist if the Moon were a naturally formed body. Their existence suggests that the Moon's crust has been artificially manipulated or reinforced. The mystery extends to the lunar surface. The Moon's crust is composed of particular minerals like titanium, uranium-236, and neptunium-237, elements that are not found naturally on Earth. How did these elements end up on the Moon? Could it be evidence of an advanced alien technology? In the face of these anomalies, the ancient astronaut theory offers a provocative perspective. What if the Moon is not a naturally occurring satellite but an engineered construct? What if the Moon was created, or at least altered, by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization? The ancient astronaut theory is not about providing definitive answers, but rather, it encourages us to question accepted narratives, to explore the mysteries of our past, and to consider the possibility of non-human intervention in our history. As we delve into these contradictions and anomalies, we are left to ponder the enigmatic nature of our Moon and its potential alien origins. The ancient astronaut theory draws on a variety of scientific and archaeological evidence to support its provocative claims. This includes not only the astronomical and geological anomalies associated with the Moon, but also a range of other findings that defy conventional explanation. Consider, for example, the megalithic structures found across the Earth. These ancient monuments, some weighing several tons, were constructed with a precision that would be challenging even with modern technology. Many of these structures, like Egypt's Great Pyramids or the stone statues of Easter Island, align with specific celestial bodies and events. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, aligns with true north with an accuracy of 3/60ths of a degree. How could ancient civilizations with no knowledge of advanced mathematics or engineering achieve such precision? Could this be evidence of extraterrestrial intervention? Additionally, carbon dating inconsistencies add another layer of mystery. Certain artifacts and structures, such as the Sphinx of Giza, exhibit weathering patterns that suggest they are far older than traditional historical timelines dictate. Such findings challenge the established narrative of human history, and in the context of the ancient astronaut theory, suggest a possible non-human influence. But perhaps the most intriguing evidence comes from the field of genetics. The Human Genome Project has revealed that 97% of our DNA is what scientists call junk DNA, with no known function. Some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory argue that this could be the result of genetic manipulation by an advanced civilization. They suggest that this junk DNA might hold a latent purpose, unknown to us but understood by the civilization that engineered it. In the realm of archaeology, countless artifacts defy traditional explanation. The Antikythera mechanism, a complex ancient Greek device with a level of technological sophistication not seen again for 1,000 years, or the Baghdad battery, a 2,000-year-old artifact that appears to be an early form of electric battery, hint at a level of knowledge and technology incongruous with the time period. While none of these pieces of evidence conclusively prove the ancient astronaut theory, they do lend weight to its central premise. The Moon's many anomalies, coupled with these archaeological enigmas and genetic mysteries, suggest that our understanding of our past and our place in the universe may be far from complete. The Moon, as our closest celestial neighbor, may hold the key to understanding these profound questions. Despite the intrigue and the compelling nature of the arguments presented, mainstream academia and governmental institutions have largely dismissed the idea of the Moon as an artificial satellite. They view the theory as a fringe concept, unsupported by hard empirical evidence, and rooted more in speculation and imagination than fact. Historians and archaeologists are quick to point out that many of the so-called anomalies cited by proponents of the theory can be adequately explained within the confines of established scientific understanding. The precise alignment of the Great Pyramid, for example, is often attributed to the Egyptians' keen understanding of astronomy. Similarly, the weathering patterns on the Sphinx could be the result of environmental factors not accounted for in traditional dating methods. Many academics argue that the proponents of the Moon as an artificial satellite theory cherry-pick their evidence, focusing on anomalies and ignoring the vast body of evidence that supports a natural origin for the Moon. They suggest that this theory is an example of pseudoscience, a term used to describe theories that appear scientific but lack empirical support or methodological rigor. Governmental bodies, too, have been dismissive. NASA, the leading organization in lunar research, has unequivocally stated that the Moon is a natural satellite, formed around 4.5 billion years ago from debris left over after a giant impact between Earth and a Mars-sized body. They argue that the evidence for this theory is overwhelming and consistent across multiple fields of study, including geology, astronomy, and physics. Yet, despite this widespread rejection, the theory persists. Critics argue that this is due in part to a pattern of ridicule, denial, and gatekeeping within historical scholarship. They suggest that academia and institutions are often resistant to ideas that challenge established paradigms, and that this resistance can stifle the free exchange of ideas and hinder scientific progress. Charges of conspiracy are often leveled at those who reject the theory, with claims that governments and institutions are actively suppressing evidence to maintain their own narratives. While these claims are difficult to substantiate, they highlight the tensions between mainstream academia and theories that challenge traditional understandings of our history and our universe. The Moon as an artificial satellite theory, then, exists in a contentious space. It is a theory that, despite being dismissed by mainstream academia and institutions, continues to captivate the imaginations of many, prompting us to question our understanding of our past and our place in the cosmos. In the face of such contention, it may be helpful to pivot our focus from the realms of science and academia to those of ancient spirituality and mythology. Numerous ancient cultures spoke of sky-bound travelers who were considered godlike entities. In some instances, these narratives may align with extraterrestrial visitation, posing intriguing lines of inquiry for proponents of the artificial moon theory. Let's take the Sumerians, an ancient civilization from Mesopotamia. Their religious texts speak of the Anunnaki, deities who descended from the heavens to earth. These godlike beings were said to possess advanced knowledge and capabilities, leading the Sumerians to advancements in agriculture, architecture, and astronomy. If we were to interpret these narratives through the lens of extraterrestrial visitation, it's not inconceivable that these gods were advanced beings visiting from other worlds, possibly even the architects of the moon itself. Another compelling example can be found in the Rig Veda, an ancient Hindu text. It frequently mentions a divine chariot that travels across the sky, a motif that resonates with modern depictions of spacecraft. Moreover, the text speaks of a divine architect, Vishwakarma, who is said to have fashioned the universe and its celestial bodies. Could this deity be a metaphor for a technologically advanced civilization that engineered the moon? In the Americas, the Mayans had Kukulkan, a deity associated with the cosmos, often depicted as a feathered serpent flying through the sky. And the Hopi people tell of Kachinas, godlike spirits that descended from the sky bearing gifts of knowledge and wisdom. Again, to those who propose the artificial moon theory, these narratives might hint at extraterrestrial beings with advanced capabilities. In these ancient societies, celestial bodies were often attributed divine status. The moon, with its mysterious glow and inexplicable movements, was seen as an object of fascination and veneration. If the moon were indeed an engineered satellite, could its creators have been perceived as gods by our ancient ancestors, their advanced technology mistaken for divine miracles? One must tread carefully when interpreting ancient texts and symbols, as they are invariably products of their cultural context and time. However, these examples demonstrate how such narratives could, at least hypothetically, align with the idea of extraterrestrial visitors. While far from conclusive, these spiritual interpretations add yet another layer of intrigue to the question of the moon's origin and the possibility of its artificial construction. In the modern era, the theory of the moon as an artificial satellite has moved beyond the pages of ancient texts and into the realm of popular culture. With the proliferation of information in the digital age, fringe theories such as this one have found a new life. The Internet has facilitated the formation of thriving communities of individuals united by a shared fascination with the possibility of extraterrestrial life and its potential influence on our world. Further, podcasts, a modern-day analog to radio broadcasts, have given voice to these theories. These digital forums have democratized the dissemination of information, allowing theories that were once dismissed as fringe to reach a wider audience. This includes series dedicated to exploring the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the mysteries of the cosmos, where the moon's artificiality is a recurrent topic of discussion. These podcasts often feature interviews with scientists, researchers, and thought leaders in the field, bringing a semblance of credibility to these discussions. In parallel, the theory of an artificial moon has also been the subject of numerous documentaries. These films often use dramatic visuals, expert interviews, and compelling narratives to explore the possibility of the moon's artificiality. Through these mediums, complex scientific theories and hypotheses are broken down and made accessible to viewers, fueling public interest and speculation. In the literary world, the artificial moon theory has served as the foundation for a number of science fiction novels. These works of fiction explore the implications of an artificial moon, spinning tales of advanced extraterrestrial civilizations, cosmic conspiracies, and the awe-inspiring potential of technology. Online communities, meanwhile, have become a hub for those fascinated by these theories. Forums, blogs, and social media platforms offer a space for enthusiasts to share information, debate theories, and explore the implications of a potentially artificial moon. These communities have grown over the years, with thousands of users contributing to the discourse. The cultural impact of the artificial moon theory is not to be underestimated. It has inspired art, literature, film, and digital content, reaching millions worldwide. This influence underscores the captivation of the human imagination with the moon and the mysteries it holds. While the artificial moon theory remains just that, a theory, its pervasiveness in popular culture speaks to our enduring fascination with the cosmos and the possibilities it holds. In the next segment, we will delve into the role of science and technology in exploring this theory further. As we delve deeper into the rabbit hole of the moon's potential artificiality, we encounter theories that border on the surreal and fantastical. These ideas challenge the very fabric of our understanding of reality, demanding us to stretch our imagination and open our minds to possibilities beyond our current comprehension. One such theory that has gained traction in esoteric circles proposes that the moon is not just an artificial satellite, but a creation of interdimensional beings. These beings, these theories suggest, possess technology and knowledge far beyond our own, enabling them to construct a celestial body of the moon's scale and complexity. The moon, in this context, serves as a testament to their advanced capabilities, and possibly even as a form of communication or signal. Further extending these ideas, some proponents suggest that these interdimensional beings could have influenced the development of life on Earth. They point to ancient myths and religious texts, which often speak of celestial beings descending from the skies, and wonder if these could be accounts of extraterrestrial encounters. Could humanity itself be a product of extraterrestrial intervention, a hybrid species created by these advanced beings? These theories often intersect with discussions around suppressed alien technologies. There are those who believe that the powers that be have access to and are concealing extraterrestrial technologies far superior to anything currently known to the public. The moon, in this context, is viewed as a potential source of alien technology, a trove of advanced knowledge waiting to be discovered. The idea of the moon as an extraterrestrial artifact also brings into question the origins of our own technologies. Could some of our advancements be the result of reverse engineering alien technology? Could our sudden leaps in technological progress, like the development of digital computers or nuclear energy, be the result of extraterrestrial influence? These theories, as radical and far-fetched as they may seem, continue to captivate and intrigue. They push the boundaries of what we deem possible, challenging us to reassess our understanding of reality, our place in the cosmos, and our own origins. And while these theories remain largely in the realm of speculation, their enduring popularity underscores our collective fascination with the unknown and our unending quest for answers about the cosmos and our place within it. Yet, as with any theory that attempts to redefine our understanding of reality, there are pieces of the puzzle that don't quite fit. There are unresolved questions and lingering doubts. There are anomalies that challenge our current understanding, not only of the moon but of our own history. The mainstream scientific community remains largely skeptical of these theories, noting the lack of concrete physical evidence and the vast distances involved in interstellar travel. They argue that many of the perceived anomalies can be explained by natural processes and phenomena. But proponents of these theories counter with the argument that our current scientific understanding is inadequate to fully grasp the implications of alien technology and interdimensional travel. One of the biggest questions is the discrepancy between the age of the Earth and the age of the Moon. According to conventional wisdom, the Moon is younger than the Earth. Yet, some samples brought back from the Moon missions have been dated as older than the oldest rocks on Earth. How is this possible if the Moon was formed from a collision with Earth? Then there's the question of the Moon's eerie silence. During the Apollo missions, astronauts reported that the Moon was dead quiet, a phenomenon they found deeply unsettling. If the Moon is indeed an artificial construct, could this silence be a designed feature? Then there are the strange magnetic anomalies detected on the Moon's surface. These anomalies, which defy our current understanding of lunar geology, have been likened to Swiss cheese or a sponge. Are these merely natural phenomena, or could they be signs of the Moon's artificial construction? And perhaps the most intriguing question of all, if the Moon is indeed an artificial satellite, who built it? Was it an ancient, advanced civilization from our own galaxy? Or could it have been constructed by beings from another dimension? These questions challenge everything we've been taught about our past. They open up the possibility that our history is not as we know it, that our origins could be far more complex and mysterious than we ever imagined. So as we look up at the night sky, gazing at the Moon's serene surface, let's dare to question, let's dare to imagine, let's dare to venture into the unknown, to challenge our preconceived notions, and to rethink history itself. For in doing so, we may just uncover truths far stranger and more profound than we ever could have imagined. The Moon, our closest celestial neighbor, might just be the key to unlocking these secrets. Our journey of understanding is far from over. In fact, it might just be beginning. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Ancient Astronauts. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.